All right. So I've been complaining about my phone running out of battery. So I decided to get smart and I busted out the old tablet. But I think I remember why I stopped using it. I stopped using it because uh, one, it's something else I had to carry, right? um, I mean, it fits in the backpack, but still. God, boy, there's something big in the way. Oh, here. Uh, but also, like I tried to start it and the flash doesn't work on it. I set the headphones up on it and the flash doesn't work. I can't. I need to spend a little more time figuring it out. It's an old one, right? So I need to figure out if the sound just automatically goes to it. Because on my phone, I have to actually put Bluetooth inputs, right? All right. So while we play, I want to talk. Anyways, that's my tech complaint for the day. Ugh. So Thursdays are on my habit list. Oh, on my I guess I'm going to call it a habit list. On my habit list, Thursdays are I've got down for working the Black Dog Brigade in group, which I can't do with Chico. Chico. So I think good boy. So I think what I'm going to do with Chico is I'm going to do a dog talk and a not dog talk when we walk, right? So this dog talk, I'm going to talk about education and how all these positive only schools are failing trainers, which is therefore failing dogs and failing people. Um, so I did my certification was a positive only thing, but I specifically recall one part where they half-ass mentions other tools, right? Like prong collars and all that, and it's just a half-ass mention, right? And it said we don't advocate the use of blah 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 at this school, but we encourage you to at least educate yourself on it, right? Which that everything to for me in life, everything is that there's a pros and cons to every single thing, right? So the good part about that is just telling people, hey, go out and learn about this. But the bad part is this is an education and a certification, right? I'm supposed to be getting educated here, and I understand that this is a low dollar education as compared to some places that people pay a ton of money. But us poor people deserve to have a good education too, right? So, anyways, uh, there's tangent number one. Um, hey, give me that. Ready, sit. Good. Down. Good. Heel. Let's see if he does. I don't know what to do about that. Here, come here. Uh, ready, heel. I mean, hey, nope, heel. He's trying to go for the ball. Good. Right. So that was a no. I tried the hay to get his attention, and then the nope, and I stepped on the leash, so he hit the leash pressure. Now I kind of feel like that might be too much of a distance from when he break, from when he breaks on his own, right? But it's whatever. So, anyways, back to education. So these people are learning, right? And I feel like every single certification. So there's all this crap about they want to legislate and ban prong collars, e-collars, right? They're doing it overseas. They want to bring it here. So the problem is it's bad education, right? So people have been given this propaganda that they're designed to hurt the dogs, and they're not. So what education should do, your base education, every certification should say, this is what it was designed to do. This is how you use it. I'm not saying they need to teach you how to use it, but as in the prong collar is designed to be like this. It applies pressure evenly so it doesn't put pressure right on the center of the neck when the dog's pulling. You can use it as negative reinforcement, just like a slip lead, a head halter, a no pull harness. All those are negative reinforcement tools, which are also tools that they said nothing about in my certification, right? So, hey, buddy, what you doing? He said, I'm chilling. You're talking. I'm going to shoot. Give me that ball. Ooh, give me that ball. Ooh, where you going, fool? Yeah. Ooh, ooh. Ready, sit. Down on the side. Come on. Oh, good. Right here on the side, though. On the side. We don't do this enough. See, there's that jump. Good. Break. So, anyways, people are coming out of schools with certifications saying these things are designed to hurt dogs and cause. You know what? The number of times that those things hurt dogs are far less than the amount of times that they help owners and their dogs succeed. Far less. Tens of thousands of times they have kept dogs in homes, have allowed owners to have empowered owners to be able to handle their dogs, right? And you get one or two times a year a dog has been trained badly by it, which 9 out of 10 times is because somebody just got it off the internet and just started zapping dogs, or got a prong collar from the store because a guy at the store said, "Yeah, use this. It helps. It stops them from pulling." So they get a prong collar from the store. They do no research, and they just start jamming on the dog. It's too tight. They're jamming the shit out of the dog. That's how that happens. It's rare that it happens to a trainer, although there are some guys that I watch have talked about, hey, have talked about other trainers where that happens, right? But it's usually uneducated owners that don't do research. Uh, so, anyways, the point is, an education should be giving us unbiased information about all this stuff. Okay, people shouldn't be coming out of getting a certification and coming out of schools going, these are terrible tools, they're torture devices, all this propagandist emotional crap, right? Uh, so, anyways, so that's an indoctrination, right? An indoctrination is me telling you how to emotionally feel about something. An education is me telling you what something was designed for, at least a little bit of how to use it, right? Even like I said before, even if you don't show people how to use it, just say, hey, this is the proper way. You can use it as negative reinforcement. When the dog starts to pull, it applies pressure. It applies pressure, and you should stop. Where you going, fool? Hey, good boy. Good catch, man. Right. So then you stop walking. The pressure comes off. Now you start walking again. The same as you do any other negative reinforcement device, or you can use it as a positive punishment. When the dog starts pulling, you can bam bam. The dog gets in the good position, good and reward. Right? Not a big deal. What's up, guys? Get your head out of there, fool. Um, what else? Education as opposed to indoctrination. I talked about unbiased information about tools. Hey, over here. Yeah, over here, over here. Come here, fool. Come here, fool. Right? Um, is that it on education? Ready? Looky right here. Heel. Ooh, very nice. Good. Okay. Uh, I mean, quite honestly, I feel better educated from YouTube and the people's programs. So when I first got done, I bought shit tons of books. I am not good at reading, as in comprehension. Wait, not even comprehension. As in it doesn't stick. Right? I can read and stuff is in there, but I have to hear it again or see it again. Whereas some people they can read and bam, it's in their brain. Not me. Um, there's even stuff that I've read that I've been like, oh man, that's awesome. I'm going to use it every single day. And then 10 minutes later, I've forgotten it. Here you go, buddy. Um, I'm good at seeing something and then having to figure it out or being showed it, right? So I've learned way more from even from those books. I feel like I learned more than I did my certification. Um, but most definitely from people that I follow on YouTube. And then I bought a bunch of people's programs, like different styles, right? Um, there was a couple compulsion guys that I was like, yeah, I don't like, but I still picked up stuff from them, right? But the majority of their stuff, I'm like, yeah, I'm like, I don't want to do that. That is not at the time. I was like, yeah, I'm never gonna need tools, but the way they were using the prong collar to do stuff, I was like, I'm, I'm never gonna do that. If I ever do use those tools, I'm not gonna do it that way. Um, and that's the whole thing. Like that's how we should train, right? You train the way you want to train, the way you're taught, and the way you want to, right? And the problem is we have people mostly the leftist type people, the PPFF people. They're the ones saying you can't train any way but the way I say to train. And that's come on, man. Dogs are all different. Humans are all different, right? If we want to keep dogs out of shelters, then there's going to be times where we need these tools. You know what I mean? We want to keep dogs in their homes. Give me that. And just recently, I saw one. Of course, it was a woman. It was a vet behaviorist. I shouldn't say, of course, it's a woman because dudes are like that too. But she's like a balanced, and they're not even calling balance trainers balanced anymore because balance means you teach what you want, and then when something wrong happens, you correct it. Right? That's balance. That doesn't mean 50-50. And ideally, in balance, you're doing 80-90% reward and teaching and 10 to 20% correcting and getting away from even that 20%. Of course, that's ideal. The numbers are different all the time. So, oh, I got to get him his Jolly Ball. But, so how did I start going off on that? Oh, so now they're not even calling it the PPFF people aren't even calling it balance training anymore because they know if the people go out and research balance training, they're going to see people doing all the same stuff the PPFF people do. We're throwing food, we're giving rewards, we're teaching what we want, right? Instead, what they're doing is they're calling it aversive training. Aversive training is not a thing; it's a new made-up thing for them to push their little agenda. And I'm not talking about all the people that train that way. A lot of the people that train the PPFS style, they don't care what other trainers do as long as you're not being abusive. They know that it's not abusive to use the tools. They just don't want to use the tools. That's how the world should be. You do your shit your way. I'm gonna do my shit my way. Right? Now, if you get abusive and ugly, we're gonna talk about you. Look at this guy. How long is this? 13 minutes. But it's just stupid. Just the tribalism of everything in the world is stupid. And the people who call themselves the most compassionate and ethical and humane and tolerant and accepting are the least of all those things. A lot of those people would rather take this dog and put him on medication instead of just working with him, right? He's kind of a bad example because I can't get him past where I got him. But I think the only way to do better with him would be e-collar. So right now he's staring at a couple dogs the other way. This way. Yeah, good boy. I got my hot dogs. Right? Good job. So I disrupt him from staring. I probably should have done it sooner. Yeah, good boy. Right? So what a lot of people are saying to do right here, there's dogs over there, they want you throwing food on the ground, get the dog's nose to the ground. I would rather get the dog focused on me. That's my thing. And if I have to use least pressure in the correction to get him to focus on me instead of staring at those dogs and freaking out, then that's what I'm going to do. Right? Okay, I think I've done enough. Education isn't education if they're giving you an ideological stance to where you hate training tools that are designed to help people. It's indoctrination, right? It's not an education. Education just gives you unbiased information where you can therefore go into the world and say, look, I want to use this. I don't want to use this. I only want to do this. And if a dog needs this, I will send it to a trainer who will use that. But that's why we're failing dogs. That's why the rescue crisis is getting even worse because people are feeling they can't do certain things because of the propaganda and the lies that are being pushed forward on the internet. And the people that are paying for that are making a shit ton of money on training treats. They're making a shit ton of money on their hourly fees. Follow the money. Everything in life, follow the money. Anyways, let me get him Jolly Ball, and we're gonna talk not dog talk. 16 minutes. That's not too bad. I wanted to do 10 though, and we didn't do any kind of work, did we? No, because I got busy running my mouth.